About 40 undocumented immigrants are back in Central America this morning. The first in a wave of deportation flights took them from New Mexico to Honduras. It's part of an effort to combat the recent surge of illegal immigrants along the Mexican border. Nancy Cordes is on Capitol Hill, where two lawmakers are crafting a bill they hope will provide another solution. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning, and we're hearing that the Secretary of Homeland Security actually offered some initial qualified support of that legislation in a meeting with House Democrats last night. The bill is aimed at discouraging Central American parents from sending their children on that dangerous solo journey to the U.S.
Dozens of women and children arrived back in Honduras Monday in what federal officials say will be the first of a wave of deportation flights from the U.S. But with thousands of kids still in legal limbo, federal officials are trying to house some of them in states far from the U.S.-Mexico border, and resistance is spreading.
We don't want them here!
It will be a burden to the city and a burden to the residents.
In Vassar, Michigan, about 50 people protested in front of Wolverine Human Services, a juvenile facility in talks to temporarily shelter as many as 120 unaccompanied minors from Central America.
We're not against legal immigration. What we're against is illegal immigration.
The governor of Iowa, Terry Branstad, isn't prepared to welcome the children to his state either.
I do have empathy for these kids, but I also don't want to send the signal that send your kids to America illegally. That's not the right message.
Since October, tens of thousands of unaccompanied minors have fled their home countries, the sheer number overwhelming border security.
We have to stand up and fight!
And raising concerns from California to Capitol Hill. Two Texans, Republican Senator John Cornyn and House Democrat Henry Cuellar, want to speed up the deportation process by sending at least 40 more immigration judges to border towns. Their bill calls for unaccompanied minors to have a preliminary hearing within 7 days of their arrival and to be sent home immediately if a judge rules they do not qualify for asylum or some other special status.
Right now, the law allows those Central American children to stay in the U.S. sometimes for years as they await a hearing. And by then, Charlie, many of them simply don't show up.
Nancy, thanks.